here we're looking at forming and solving simultaneous equations. So there'll be two variables and probably in two equations there needs to be as well. So here we're looking at a cost of $50, and that's for 2 paperback and 7 hardcover books. So that means the variables must stand for the cost of paperback books and hardcover. So define your variables. So let P equal the cost of a paperback book. And therefore, let H equal the cost of a hardcover book. So now we write our equations. So write your total. So we know that equals 50. And we know 2 times the cost of a paperback book plus 7 times the cost of a hardcover book equals $50. We'll need another equation, and we've been given some more information here. So 36 is the total, and that's for 3 paperback books and 4 hardcover books. So now we need to look at eliminating one variable. Okay, so I think it's easier to probably work with our P's with the 2 and the 3. So I'm going to multiply that top equation by -3. We'll call that equation 1. And we're going to multiply equation 2 by 2. Okay, so the first equation then is going to be -6p minus 21h equals -150. Okay, the bottom one is going to be 6p plus 8h equals 72. So the p's will disappear. -1 plus 8, no, sorry, -21 plus 8 equals -13. And 150 minus 72 becomes 78, -78. And so H, -78 divided by 13 is 6, in this case $6. Okay. So to find the cost of the paperback book, we'll just do the working to the side here. Choose one of the equations. It's easier to choose one of the original ones. Let's choose equation 1. So we've got 2p plus 7h. We now know h is 6 equals 50. So 2p plus 42 equals 50. 50 minus 42 is 8. Take plus 42 over the other side by subtracting. So P equals $4. And explain that too in your context. So the cost of a hardcover book would be $6 and the cost of a paperback book would be $4. Right, let's look at this example here. So the entrance fee to a zoo are $12 for an adult. So the amount of revenue they get from the adult is going to be 12 times how many adults went through. And $8 for children. So the revenue from the children will be 8 times the number of children, of course, that went through. Over an hour, 16 people paid a total of $164. So let's work with that total first. So that's for the total cost, total revenue. So that comes from the adults, 12A. Now remember, define your variables. So in this case, let A equal the number of adults that entered the zoo, and C is the number of children that entered the zoo. And that's, 1 hour period. Okay. So we've got 12A plus the cost for the children was 8C. Okay, that's really no good to us unless we have another equation. We can see another number there, and that other number is 16. So the total number of people that went through in this hour is 16. So that is just A plus C. The number of adults plus the number of children equals 16. So let's look at playing with these equations. So I'm not going to touch this equation 1 here, but I'm going to times this equation 2 by -8. And the reason why I'm timesing it by -8 is so we can look at eliminating our C there. So let's rewrite it. So we've got 12a plus 8c equals 164. Now we've got negative 8a minus 8c equals 16 times 8, 8 for 128, negative 128. Okay. So now we add those together. So that cancels out. So we've eliminated our C. 12a minus 8a is 4a. 164 minus 128 is 36. Okay, so A is 36 divided by 4. To get rid of times by 4, divide it. And so A equals 9. Now we know that there were 16 people altogether because A plus C equals 16. So we know A is 9. So C is going to be 16 minus 9. So C equals 7. So you should be writing a sentence to think. So there were 9 adults and 7 children that entered the zoo in that hour. Just to finish it off. And that's how you form and solve simultaneous equations.